Well, hello and welcome back, and thanks for coming back. Where are we? Somewhere lost in Yereskippu. That's the best way to describe it. We're actually to the side of the Paphos supermarket on the main drag, and unfortunately, there we are, bit of real life drama. Our kettle decided to, well, stop working. And to be honest, it's a kettle I've had for about 5 years. So what's this idiot doing now? There we are. Check your mirrors, young man. There we go. See, there we are. Real live drama on YouTube with Marika and me. Thanks for joining me. As you can see, this is real life in downtown Paphos. We're on the island of love, which of course is sunny Cyprus. And as you could hear, that was the rather nice, powerful horn on the new Mercedes S-Class. So if you're watching us, thanks very, very much indeed. And if you want to help the channel grow, if you want to support the channel, you know what you have to do. Click through to our About page where you could consider to buy us a coffee or two. And of course, that goes into liquid benzene, which in plain English is petrol. That goes in the tank. And of course, that allows us to continue to drive around and make videos especially for you. So let's just go and check in the breakfast room. Let's check on the crew, shall we? Let's see who's in charge. Well, we actually know who's in charge. It's the girls. There we go. Miss Vivian, she's cooking up a frenzy. Miss Nessie, well, she's actually defecting, to be honest. She seems to be moseying on down with Mr. Andrew on their YouTube channel, Nessie and Andy's Travels in the UK. And they're constantly passing tea rooms, and she's moonlighting on the side. So there you go. If you want to watch some people racing around the Shropshire lanes and into Staffordshire and into Wales now and again to practice a Welsh, go and watch Ness and Andy's Travels. Great channel indeed. Anyway, Miss Nessie, she's moonlighting, as I'm saying, and of course they've got another girl in the kitchen with them. They're great friends now. The one and only Miss Beverly, all the way from downtown Cheshire, Frodsham, the beautiful partner in crime of the man known as Ian the Butcher. Now, if your name's oh so sweet Caroline, and you're a lady, of course, and you've got a lord in your life, and of course his name is Lord Nigel Big Guns, get your jupper onto the memory foam cushion, because I promise you, even in an S-Class Mercedes, the roads in downtown Paphos are way beyond absolutely Sherlock Holmes. To be honest, they're in William Shakespeare territory, and they could be even as bad as Chaucer's in English, possibly. They really are absolutely diabolical. Now, let's go and check on some more of the breakfast crew. Who's in town with us today? Well, the girl in charge of pretty much about everything, the one and only superstar known as Dame Anne. Well, she's in town. Sod the red light, we're going straight through it. There we go. Welcome to Cyprus. Welcome to Paphos. Welcome to the YouTube channel known as Marika and me. We don't have to stop anymore. We're in an S-Class. We moved up in the world. We're like a failed gangster driving around in an old S-Class. There we go. Talking about gangsters, there's a couple of guys that we're going to pop in the car very, very soon. And at the moment, they're in training. Who are they? The Lords, yes, the Lords, the two Lords, the two identical, these are my English, two identical twins. I'm actually in stitches here, by the way. I think you understand by now. We've got two Lords, Lord Jeremy, Lord Simon. They've resigned. They've handed in their resignation. They don't want to be servers anymore. They don't want to be running around serving lesser people, so they said. So they've decided to recruit themselves as a couple of failed gangsters, and I'm going to get them a blue mallet, a blue baseball cap, and of course when there's any debt collection required, these are going to go and tickle the life out of people, because that's about as good as they are, if you understand me. They're not violent people, they're very, very nice people indeed. So there we go. If you want to watch 4 idiots driving around in a car, don't forget to come back in November, because there'll be me, my brother Jeremy and Simon, and we'll all be chuckling away, and probably they will lock us up for good and throw away the key. Anyway, if Dame Anne is in town, that means that she must have her left-hand man and her right-hand man. Who are they? The two Ronnies, of course. So on the left, we've got Viking Ronnie. He is tucking into a piece of Melbourne malted toast, and of course he's got a nice filter coffee on the side, and he's practicing his tongue twisting in English, Swahili, Danish, and any other language that he can possibly think of. That's for sure. And on the right hand side, that's the man in charge of all of the law and order, the one and only Chief Constable of Marika and me. Soon we're going to promote him even further and make him into a commissioner. I think that's higher, isn't it? I think it is. Anyway, who is he? Ronnie Miller, all the way from uptown Scotland, that's for sure. He's going to be partying on down in downtown Paphos very, very soon indeed. So all three of those, thanks very much for joining us. And of course, sitting next to Dayman, well, there's a lady who is a star, a superstar amongst superstars, and of course she is our lawyer. Yes, wait for it, our poor Polish lawyer, and it's something Dobra. There we go, Dyslin Dobra. I think that's how you say good morning in Polish. I'm pretty sure Anna Starr is now falling off her chair, thinking, oh my God, his pronunciation is even worse than I even thought it would be. So there we go. I've done my best. That's it. Good morning to you all. Big shout out to some of the people who have, well, been supporting the channel, shall we say. Dave Ann, big thank you to you. Lady Caroline, Lord Nigel, big thank you to you. Ronnie Viking, big thank you to you. Ronnie Miller, big thank you to you, obviously. Nick and Kath Browns, all the way up in Yorkshire, a huge thank you to you. Tony and Chaz, big thank you to you. John and Louise, the Barn Hawks, big thank you to you. And please don't forget to give that huge thank you to Miss Fern, that's the baby Barn Hawk. The private little video that she sent me, which now is all over Facebook as well, by the way, it tickled the living daylights out of me, that was for sure. I was falling off my seat, and I still am every time I think about it. The greatest impersonation of the dancing Chuchuchka girl known as Miss Grasiviala Booth that I've ever seen. If ever Grasiviala Booth, that's Marika, is ill again, I will be flying out the baby Barn Hawk, Miss Fern, and popping a blonde wig on her head, and I'm pretty sure we'll be dancing down the Cape of Paphos promenade. Where are we, by the way? That's what you're wondering, isn't it? Well, you've got Atlantic Insurance on the left hand side, by the way, so we're deep inside the ministerial part of Paphos, shall we say. Very slowly we're going to come up to where all the government offices are, well, a lot of the government offices are, shall we say. And you've got VCM Motors just over here on the right hand side. If you want an upmarket Mercedes or a Porsche or something like that, pop in there. I'm sure Stavros will relieve you of a couple of bob. You've got Gecko, another, well, semi-upmarket, should we say. He sells more humdrum cars, but now and again likes to branch out into a Porsche or a Ferrari. Let's let these people go, because we may as well. Doesn't harm to be courteous, that's for sure. And you never know, if there is someone up there, he might cast a shadow over us and save us one day as well. So this is where the carnival was over the weekend, by the way. That's where all these flags are about. And we didn't get a chance to go to it because, to be honest, it was absolutely chaotic. And of course, those that follow the channel understand that we were going down to Larnaca. Why were we going to Larnaca? Well, to pick up my old S-Class. That's what we were going for, and that's what we're now driving around in. So like I say, it does like to guzzle the benzene, so please go through to our about page where you can consider to buy us a coffee or two. So as you can see, there's a bit of monkeying around been going on over there. They are moving some of the stands and that kind of stuff, and this is where the mayor likes to park his black Mercedes. He's got one like that one in front, and he does like to park on those WL lines, on those chevrons, just down from a school across to a busy crossroads, just down from these busy traffic lights. Why is that, you're asking? Because there's a car park there. Well, he doesn't know how to work the smart app. So if you are coming to Paphos, by the way, whether you own a car, you've stolen a car, you've rented a car, or perhaps just borrowed a car, you need to learn how to work the smart app. Because if you can't work the smart app, you can't park a car in a car park. So they don't accept cash anymore. I don't understand it, makes no sense to me. I would have thought it was much easier just to let people pay cash, because you still got to pay a little gumbaro on a scooter to drive around and check that everyone has paid. There we go. That's the rant for the day over, that's for sure. Now, talking about YouTube channels, we've mentioned Ness and Andy's Travels. They're in Shropshire, like I was saying, but you've also got two absolute superstars who like to race around Norfolk. Yes, one of those places that Miss Grasiviala Booth has a bit of trouble and struggles to get her tongue round. She's convinced that there's Norfolk, Suffolk and Wellfolk. Anyway, that's another note. But Andrea and Mart pop it into the YouTube search bar and you're going to find these two lunatics racing around the lanes in Norfolk, and now and again they pop into Norwich, and now and again they go to the seaside as well. So great videos, very entertaining. I find Mart's, well, he's fascinating, by the way. The amount of knowledge that this man has for his local area is absolutely unbelievable. Possibly the only man with more knowledge than him, maybe Mr. Shady Tree, who lives in Norfolk somewhere as well. So we're going to pop in towards the Old Town. That's the Second Cup coffee shop there on the corner. Great coffee, by the way. They've got a place in Paya as well on the way down to the Coral Bay Beach on your left hand side just before you get to the beach. So if you're on your way down to Coral Bay Beach and you want a frappe or a coffee, croissant, or a nice piece of blueberry cheesecake, that's where you want to pop in. Now, why have I emphasized the words blueberry cheesecake? Because I understand that there is a young lady, well, she's not a lady actually, she's a princess, and I understand that there is a princess and her name is Princess Darlie, and her favourite cake is a blueberry cheesecake. So this is a girl after my own heart, because I do like a piece of cheesecake. Now, the girls in the kitchen, Miss Vivian, Miss Nessie, and of course Miss Beverly, are rapidly making some cupcakes, which are going to be cheesecake with blueberry flavoured. So don't forget to come back in the next episode if your name is Princess Darlie, because there's going to be a few of them with your name on it. Here we are, we're in the Old Town, and as you can see, it's, well, pretty quiet. Why? Because it's closed. We're on a weekend, if you understand me, and as I've told you before, Cypriots do take their weekends very seriously indeed. They don't like to do a lot. Well, in fact, they don't like to do a lot Monday to Friday either, without trying to insult them. Neither do I. But anyway, on a Saturday and Sunday, well, you're not going to get much out of a Cypriot, apart from a grunt and a groan, or a bit of tchotchke dancing on a beach somewhere as they serenade up and down in their flip-flops with a cigarette in one hand and, of course, a frappe in the other. So, there we go. That's the Cafe Nero uptown with a spectacular view down across, well, Midtown Paphos and out towards the beautiful Mediterranean Sea. We're going to take a left here, and we're going to wiggle our way down from the Old Town to the Tomb of the Kings area, and hopefully you're going to get a spectacular view, and hopefully you have enjoyed the drive. So if you have, hit the like, click subscribe, and why not come back for a little bit more of my complete and utter insanity. And like I say, click through to our About page and consider to support the channel. And if there's somewhere extra special that you would like us to go, just let us know in the comments, and guess what, that video could be coming especially for you very soon. Oh, and don't forget, on the note of cheesecakes, obviously Queen Kyrene, my cuz King James, there will be a special cake for you as well. Thanks very much for watching. Look at this for a road. My God, not even a Mercedes S-Class can eat these potholes and holes and broken up tarmac. The roads are absolutely Chaucerian English. My God. Thanks for watching.